Good morning to you. Coming up on 6 o'clock on your Tuesday morning, a live look downtown Indianapolis. It is quiet. We're going to have a lot of sunshine on tap for you today. Maybe you're enjoying the last few days of summer. Maybe you're back to school already. Either way, we are glad you are up early with us on a Tuesday morning. I'm Sam, in for Julia, here with Julia and Lindsay. Back to school for even more folks today. We've got, I know Zionsville's going back today. Hamilton Heights is another one. Greenwood, good morning to you too. And then tomorrow is a big day for back to school.
Oh yeah, but for today I walked outside and I'm like, oh, this is back to school weather.
Yeah.
This really made me feel like I was heading back to the classroom, which nobody wants, but nice and cool. So they'll also like this at Colts camp today.
Love it. Yeah. I think it's going to be one of the better days, in fact, in the extended forecast. It's dry. The dew points are low. We're not dealing with that smoke in the atmosphere, so air quality is good. I mean, you got all the boxes checked today. But it's, of course, not going to stay this way. So let's take advantage, and then we'll talk about those changes on the horizon. In the meantime, we've been monitoring your temperatures across central Indiana, where we are starting to see more 50s on the map right now, down to 57. Good morning if you're up in Frankfort. We're right now at 61 in Tipton, 57 in Muncie. Over in Wayne County, the coolest temperatures across the area. Right now, it's 54 in Cambridge City, 54 in Richmond. We're at 59 over in New Pal. Shelbyville now falling into the upper 50s and into the low 60s from Ellisville over to Bloomington this morning. Cooler start to what's going to shape up to be a pretty nice day overall. If you're headed up to Westfield for that Colts camp, everything's going to get opened up here around 9 o'clock in the morning. Practice will start around 10 o'clock, and we will look for temperatures warming into the upper 70s as we approach that lunch hour around noon today. Light breeze out of the east-northeast, going to keep that air dry as well. So it's going to feel pretty good with lower dew points. Forecast highs across the area, low to mid 80s, which is pretty close to where we should be at this point in the season. Perhaps a degree or two below average for today. And then all those after school activities, we've got plenty of sunshine and the sun that will eventually set at 8:54 p.m. Coming up, we'll talk about some of those increasing rain chances for Thursday into Friday and the road to the weekend coming up in your full forecast. Right now it is 6:02, and traffic-wise, we've been watching the northwest side over the past couple moments as we've seen some overnight construction work slow things down just a little bit, but it is very periodic. This is 65 looking north at 82nd Street. So we are starting to see a few more brake lights out there this morning. Wanted to show you one other camera from this area. This is 65 as well as you're coming up into Hendricks County. So things are running a little slower than normal because of some work in spots here along that stretch of I-65. Mainly in the northbound direction and between 465 and 865. So no major delays out there right now in that corridor, but of course we'll keep you posted there as well as across the metro for any new accidents or delays.
Lindsay, thank you. 4 people shot in Indianapolis last night in less than an hour and a half.
So we do know this morning one of the victims died around 8 o'clock last night. Officers say they were called to Brendan Way Court near 56th and Arlington. A woman was found dead at the scene. Police tell us they do have a suspect in custody and believe it's a case of domestic violence.
Then around 8:30, police say they found an injured person near Emerson Avenue and Thompson Road. This is on the southeast side. They tell us that person is said to be in stable condition.
And police also confirmed they found 2 men shot near 46 in Arlington just before 9. They say both of those men were shot but are in stable condition. They also say it started as a shootout in an apartment complex parking lot.
So if you know anything about any of those shootings, you're asked to call Metro Police, or you can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers.
Well, we are learning that a fatal crash out of Monroe County killed an 18-year-old. It happened near South Fairfax Road and East Dillman Road just before 9 last night. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office tells us the 18-year-old was driving 2 others in the car when that crash happened. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Now, both of the passengers were also injured. The sheriff's office says one was airlifted here to Indy, and the driver of the second car was also injured. Officials are still working to learn the circumstances around the crash. Well, we are getting a look at the future of Washington Square Mall. After years of uncertainty, a new vision is beginning to take shape.
Neighbors are getting their clearest look yet at what this place could hold in the future. There was a meeting last night to talk about it. Marina Silva is live on the east side, giving us a look at some of those plans. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, Washington Square Mall has long been an eyesore here on the east side. I want to show you from the weeds that are overgrown right behind me to even some of that signage that's missing. So local architects created a vision for the future of the mall, all with community input. Now, those architects met with the public to get initial approval of the site. This map shows the plans for the 94-acre site. Housing, green space, fitness, commercial space, and mixed use. All part of the proposal, and every seat was taken at the meeting. Many people were eager to see what the architects came up with.
I like to see the place for kids, and I want to see them focus a little bit on the over 55 community. Because people, I'm a realtor, and people that I know want to stay in this community. They've been here forever, but they just can't maintain a house.
City County Councilor Michael Paul Hart led the initiative for the project. He says he'd like to see some form of the vision come to life. He wants not only to have a call out for local developers, but national as well. And we also spoke with some small business owners that have storefronts inside the mall. So coming up at 6:30, you'll hear some of what they thought about some of the ideas they heard last night.
All right, thank you, Marina.
This morning, Beech Grove drivers could soon be paying more to register your vehicle.
That is right. So Beech Grove, the Common Council did approve a wheel tax increase. Most drivers will now pay an extra $25 on that wheel tax when registering their cars at the BMV starting next year. Now, for commercial vehicles, that price is $40.
Those are the minimum amounts set under state law. One counselor says his yes vote represents what voters told him they wanted.
So after talking to a lot of constituents in my District 5, it was kind of a no-brainer. If we went with the Indianapolis wheel tax, we would have been paying a lot more money than if we went with the city here, Beech Grove level. So, like I said, it was a no-brainer. It's trying to have their best interests at heart.
City leaders supporting the measure say it opens up options for funding infrastructure projects in the future. Your time is 6:07. An alleged initiation ritual at an IU Bloomington fraternity sent 2 pledges to the hospital.
So now 7 of those fraternity brothers are facing felony hazing charges. Kelly Lichter is here in studio to break down the case. Good morning.
Good morning. These frat brothers allegedly forced dozens of pledges to endure exhaustive exercises, sending 2 to the hospital. The case dates back to mid-October at the Phi Kappa Psi house in Bloomington. A pledge told police that frat leaders ordered pledges to do roughly 3 hours of planks, push-ups, and what they call brother squats before some were forced to sit in an ice bath and recite the fraternity creed. 2 pledges had to go to the hospital as a result and diagnosed with serious muscle breakdown. The condition causes damaged skeletal muscle to disintegrate, causing it to enter the bloodstream. Riley Agbenese was one of those pledges. He told 13 News on a phone call the hazing could have been fatal.
So with the symptoms that I had, the immense swelling, the immense pain, and the dark urine, those are the 3 symptoms that are like the signs of like it turning deadly.
Phi Kappa Psi was placed on a cease and desist directive last year. The fraternity remains under that disciplinary status to start the school year until further notice. Now, we have heard from a fraternity spokesperson. We'll hear what they have to say on the charges coming up later this hour.